Today's a very smart gym session. Not only are we going to think smart, but we're going to be smart.
Bruh, I ain't got no chill.
Yo guys, so just finished the workout, so it's time for a little post-workout meal. So what I'm gonna make is I'm gonna make 2 burgers. So two burger patties and 2 eggs. It's not a huge meal, but it's actually, the macros are pretty good. I think it's about 40 grams of protein pretty much. And in my opinion, I think burgers get a really bad rap for being super unhealthy. And fatty meats aren't actually the enemy, you know, like the whole ketosis diet is based off like high fat. So as long as you're staying away from sugars and like super high carb shit, pretty much you're gonna be okay. And the secret ingredients to not having it be a fucking shit show when you're like making fried foods is this. So it's the 1 calorie spray, and you can get this from literally like any supermarket, and it's way better than your classic like virgin olive oil, because like a tablespoon of this, I think it's something like 250 calories, so it's crazy. And then this is obviously just 1. So a huge 9-day difference. And really makes like cutting and fucking getting like shredded for summer, you know, like quite a fair bit easier. Because of course that is what we're trying to do. So I put a post out on Insta, and I asked you guys like if you wanted to ask some questions, and I got quite a lot of questions. So I'm gonna cook up my meal, eat it, and then we'll answer those questions. Okay, so the first question is, how old am I, how tall, and how much do I weigh? So I'm 19 years old, I weigh about 75 kilos, so I think that's about 170 pounds for all you Americans out there. So I'm not the hugest guy, but yeah, how tall am I? I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10". Did I answer that? I can't remember. So what's my goal with the gym? Well, I kind of do a sort of power building program. So I'll start with 3 heavy compounds. I'll start with a heavy compound. Either the squat, the bench, or the deadlift. And then I'll do accessories based off the muscles that I'm using in that lift. And so the goal is for it to be as I can build up my physique around the body parts that I use to lift that. So say if I'm doing deadlifts, or say if I'm doing bench, right? I'll then do lats, back, and just like things that will help me in that lift. And that has been a pretty good training style for me, and it's got me some pretty good results. So what supplements do I take? So I'm not the hugest advocate of supplements, because I think a lot of it is kind of bullshit placebo, especially these test boosters. I'm really not convinced that they boost your test, but I have in the past been on ashwagandha, which is supposed to be one of them. How it does that is by lowering your cortisol, but weirdly it kind of made me more stressed. But one supplement that I'm on, this is one supplement I'm on at the moment, which actually works, and this is Lion's Mane. So Lion's Mane is like a cognitive supplement, and it increases your memory, and it's supposed to just make you smarter, essentially, which I need being a stupid little gym bro. Now, another supplement I take is obviously creatine. I have not been on it though, because I left it at my uni. But normally I do take creatine, and I think creatine definitely makes you feel a bit fuller. Like I feel probably a bit flatter when I don't take creatine, and I would say creatine really works for helping increase your rep endurance and stuff like that. Maybe it does make you stronger, but what it really does is it increases how many reps you can crank out, which of course is going to increase like how much muscle you can build, and how much strength you can gain, subsequently off that. But really, I don't really take that many supplements. I think a good diet is always going to be so much more vital than taking supplements and then kind of neglecting your diet. because I mean, you know, that's the stuff that you're putting into your body. I mean, another supplement I do take is I do take a multivitamin. I do take like a vitamin C and stuff like that, because I think that is good. And then whey proteins and like other protein powders like casein. I'd never really taken casein. I think I took it when I first started lifting because I didn't really know what it was. But I think casein's for sort of slower absorption, isn't it? I think if you take it before you sleep or something like that. And then whey is just like more quick absorption. So I do take whey protein shakes, but I don't make them every day. I kind of just make them if I've really lacked on my diet. And sometimes at uni you'll go out and you'll just be so violently fucking hungover that you don't want to cook. And so they're great for that. But I'm not really a huge advocate for supplements or protein powders, because I think the nutritional content that your body's actually going to be absorbed from some like random powder like made you know in some lab somewhere, I'm not sure that's your body's going to be able to use that you know protein as well as like a steak or like some chicken. So another question is, how often do I train? So when I was in term time at university and when I was at boarding school, I pretty much train every day of the week, and then maybe miss out 1 or 2 days just for recovery. So I just train all the time, and sometimes I'll train multiple times a day, and I'll just really try and destroy my body, and then have it recover for a couple days, or recover for a day, recover for 2 days maybe, and then you feel really good and fresh because you're tearing yourself down, and then you're giving yourself an opportunity to rebuild, and ultimately that is how you can grow, because that's what muscle growth is. I mean, you tear it down and then it rebuilds stronger, you know. That's you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that's pretty much the principle in that. I mean, and then the final question was like, what are my interests? So obviously I'm super interested in the gym. I'm super interested though primarily in creating videos. So I've been making videos for ages and ages and ages, and I don't think they're really that good. I don't really think my editing's that good, but I want to make it a lot better, you know, and I think the way to do that is to just keep on making more and more videos. And I don't really think my expectation is that I'm going to be this super popular fitness influencer, but I do want to be able to document my life through this, because it's really nice, you know, I can look back at old videos like with my friends, remember the day that we had, and honestly for me that's really fulfilling, you know, and I want to be able to like be artistic, you know. I love drawing. I set up like a TikTok account where I was just busting out all my drawings. I mean, I got a crappy one here, this is shit, gato. But I don't know, I kind of like abstract paintings and that kind of stuff, but really, yeah, what I'm interested in is being creative, and I want to create some beautiful stuff, and whether that's through art or whether that's through video. I've done a bit of music as well, but it's not really my strong point, I wouldn't say. But yeah, I want to get better physically and mentally, you know. I think it's interesting, the new gym bro subculture, where it's not so much about purely developing the body and living in a kind of hedonistic way, you know, which was the proponent pushed by the early influencers, you know, like Jeff Side and Ziz, like especially was the main component, you know, it's like you get shredded so you can get girls. But the new gym bro 2.0, I heard Chris Williams talking about this, is that, you know, it's also about developing the mind. And so I've got a bunch of books over there. I got Power, I got Smarter, Faster, Better, and I got The Psychology of Money. So I'm and also How to Win Friends and Influence People. So just a couple books on, you know, financially educating myself and socially educating myself, in hopes that I can just communicate and just understand the world better, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, and honestly, thank you for everyone that watches my videos. I don't know, it's crazy, you know, like some people will be like, oh, I mean, no one's actually ever said it to me, but you know, sometimes I think, you know, I get like 100 views on a video, I put quite a lot of effort in, and sometimes I'm like, oh damn, but then again, like, if I think about it, you know, like 100 people in a room, that's a lot of people. And I think because of the numbers that like social media, you know, you pull in now, you know, like people get like hundreds of thousands, millions of views in a video. Like if you think about the actual raw number of people that is, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know, if I keep on doing the right stuff, and I'm able to make better videos, I think the kind of videos that I really like. So I love Sneeko's content. So I actually did a video. I met Sneeko in Hyde Park. That was fucking crazy. I mean, I'm not so much on his like streaming. I don't really watch that, but when he did like cool kind of introspective like societal videos, I really like that. And then as well, I love Casey Neistat and his brother Van Neistat. I just love their style, their vlogging and their editing. I think that's really neat. And then finally, I love David Lade's videos. Fucking every David Lade video is just like a cinematic experience. And then finally, Jeff Side. I think the way that he's so inspirational, you know, like it's just his videos. They're not ambitious. They're not like cinematic. They're just like inspiration. Like you feel fucking so inspired after watching them. And so I kind of want to combine all of that. I want to have like the sort of voice that Sneako has to kind of like you know, like say his view on the world, and then I want to be able to like edit and shoot like Casey Neistat, and then I want this more like grand cinematic scope when it comes to edits, the way that David Lade does, and then I want that fucking pure inspiration like that Jeff Side does. And I'm gonna keep on making videos, and thank you for watching. See you later. Subscribe.